Amsterdam has one of the most stacked casts of the entire year, and it stars Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Robert De Niro, and Taylor Swift, but those are just a few names. It's set in the 1930s after three friends witnessing a murder. They are framed for it, and they then uncover one of the most outrageous plots in American history. Now, I was looking forward to this movie. I'm a fan of David O. Russell's previous work, like The Fighter and Silver Linings Playbook. Those are some of his best movies, in my opinion. And like I mentioned, this movie has an absolutely stacked cast. And with all these A-list actors, this movie obviously had to be good, right? But unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I found Amsterdam to be an absolute snooze fest and just an overall mess of a movie. But before we get any further into this review, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy it, and let's keep talking about Amsterdam. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I thought the first 15-20 minutes of this movie were pretty solid. I like what it was setting up. It gets right into it, doesn't waste any time, at least for that chunk of the movie. My other big positive with this movie are the performances, because as you would assume, they are all great. If I had to pick a couple favorites, I would go with Christian Bale, who gives a comedic performance, plays this wacky character, and I thought he did a good job, and as well as Margot Robbie, who is just an absolute star. I would of course go as far as to say that she is one of the best actresses working today, if not of this century really. She is just so talented, and everyone else in their supporting roles, they're good. I don't have any particular problems on that end, but that's unfortunately where my positives end, because the rest of this movie is a lackluster mess. After that 20-minute mark, like I said, the first 20 minutes I enjoyed, then it starts to introduce more, and then more characters and more storylines that of course all kind of connect in the end. I started to get pretty confused, especially by the second act. I was a little lost. The original story itself is interesting, and it would have made for a good movie if that movie was good. But I feel like David O. Russell made one of his weakest movies with just poor storytelling. They really took all the interest out of it in that story that I had, because this movie is just boring and it's very poorly paced. I would say most scenes are stretched out to the maximum. If I could describe it, I felt like a snail who is in a race and he's just trying to get to the finish line, but he's taking so long because he's not exactly the quickest of animals, and you're just slowly inching to that finish line. It feels like you're taking forever. And after I of course got confused in the movie, then I found it even harder to get back into it, because as more and more characters started to get introduced, it just turned into like a jumbled mess. I feel like it was lacking any substance. You can tell that the actors are just trying to do whatever they can to bring something to the role, but it's hard for them to really bring a lot to the role when the writing is lackluster and fairly weak. And like I said, because those scenes are stretched out, you can very easily fall asleep in this movie. And then at the end, as it's wrapping everything up, it force feeds you everything, and just in case you weren't paying attention, here's how this connects to this and this connects to that, showing you this story, I feel. And specific character motivations and their choices, I could easily see from coming from a mile away. It's predictable, but it just gets heavy-handed by the end of it. It starts to turn into like melodrama. It just comes right out of the blue. I did not see this movie taking a turn like that. I think a good word to describe Amsterdam is just a misfire. With such talent in front of the screen, you would hope that maybe they can just carry the movie, and they tried, but it just falls apart. The awful pacing and editing for that matter, and just messy storytelling make for a frustrating experience, because I wanted to like this movie. And then about 40 minutes into the movie, I was kind of ready for it to be over, but little did I know there was still an hour and a half left. I was just waiting for it to end, and this is immediately going to be a forgettable movie. I'm gonna give Amsterdam a D+. It sucks that this movie didn't really turn out that well, but if you saw Amsterdam and you have any thoughts on it, let me know down below in the comment section. And again, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, plus that notification bell so you don't miss any further videos. And as always, look forward to more videos coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.